Okay, so let's look at our next example for determining a function. So let's look at, what I want to do first is I want to give you two quick questions to ask yourself, um, whether or not, two quick questions, excuse me, to ask yourself to help you determine if this data is a function. So the first question, so question 1, is there a repeating input value? Okay, so that's the first question. So let's answer that question before we move on. Is there a repeating input value? So we input is here, and that represents our x, our independent variable, and then our output is our dependent variable. So if we look, we're only concerned with repeating inputs. So if we look at our input column, we have a 2, a 4, and then we have another 4. So there's a 4 here, and there's a 4 here. Okay, so we look and see that yes, we do have, so if the answer 1 is, let's say that it was no. Okay, so if we say that it's no, then that means that it is a function. Okay, but answer 2, which is in line with what we have here, answer 2, if answer 2 is yes, okay, then that means we need to ask, so we need to, I'm going to do an arrow here, we need to ask question 2. So I'm going to put Q2. So we need to ask question 2. And question 2 is the output for each point the same? Okay, is the output for each point, or, let me put this in parentheses, or each input the same? Okay, and put my question mark there. Okay, so if we look at, let's look at the 2. So for the first one, the 4, the output is 12, but then we look at the second one, the output is 8. So if the answer 1 is no, and I'm going backwards, I know. If the answer is no, if they are not the same, then it is not, it's not a function. And conversely, if the answer is yes, then it is a function. Okay, so we're going to use, and it's going to go a lot quicker the next time because I won't have to actually write down all of these questions. So let's look at B, and we're going to determine if B is a function. So if we look at B and we ask the first question, is there a repeating input value? So if we look at our input values, and again, I know I've done it before, but this is our X, this represents our Y. So we look at our input values and we see we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So the answer is no. There is no repeating input values. So that means that if there's no repeating input values, then that means that this is a function. So therefore, we can go right to that it is a function. And there it is.